Hello everyone, my name is Seth, and today I'm going to be talking about the Fantastic Four cast and that Deadpool 3 trailer. This was a fun week of Marvel news. There was a lot going on. We had the Deadpool trailer coming out during the Super Bowl, and then on Valentine's Day, we had the official announcement of the Fantastic Four cast, and we have been waiting and speculating on that forever, it seems. And so in this video, I just want to go ahead and give you my thoughts on the official casting and some of my reactions and thoughts on the Deadpool 3 trailer. But before we go any farther, go ahead and like this video, hit subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a video. First, let's talk about the Fantastic Four casting. We did hear a little bit ago that Pedro Pascal was probably going to be our Reed Richards, although we didn't hear anything completely official from Marvel. But that is the case. Pedro Pascal will be our Reed Richards. Pedro Pascal isn't somebody that really came to my mind when I was kind of thinking of actors who could play Reed Richards, but I like this casting. I know some people might not like it because he's kind of been everywhere a little bit over the last couple years with The Mandalorian, and he's just been super popular, but he's super popular for a reason. He's really, really good. He's really talented. I think the thing you need with Reed Richards is you need to be able to see him as the smartest guy in the room. And I absolutely think that Pedro Pascal can pull that off. I think the best thing for casting a film is getting talent. And Pedro Pascal is absolutely talented. And I think if you're going to bring in somebody like Reed Richards, you would think he would kind of be a little bit of a focal point of the universe, of the MCU. And I would say Pedro Pascal is a great actor to kind of make a focal point of the Marvel universe. Next, we have that Vanessa Kirby is Sue Storm, and that was rumored a little bit ago. That kind of started picking up some steam a few months back, and I really like that. I think Vanessa Kirby is a very good actress. I loved her in the two most recent Mission Impossible movies. She has a very good on-screen presence, and I think you need somebody like that for Sue Storm. She might be maybe the most important character in the Fantastic Four, and so casting Sue right is critical, and I think they did a really good job with this. And one of the things I will say about kind of this whole cast, Marvel has done such a good job casting just over the years, so I kind of trust who they end up picking. But I definitely think Vanessa Kirby will do a great job, and I can see her having really good chemistry with the other three. Next, we have Joseph Quinn as the Human Torch, and I'm going to be honest, I haven't seen him in anything. He is known for Stranger Things. He was in some episodes of Game of Thrones. Oddly enough, I have not seen either one of those shows. They're on my watch list. I've just never gotten around to watching them, but by all accounts, he's good. I think Johnny is a little bit difficult to cast, but the two previous live-action Johnny Storms we've gotten with Michael B. Jordan and Chris Evans have actually done a really good job, even though those movies might not have been great or even good. You need somebody who can be like a little bit hot-headed, kind of pun intended, and maybe a little bit full of himself, but you don't want him to be annoying. You don't want the audience to dislike him because we're supposed to love these four. So that can be a tough line to walk, but I trust Marvel in their casting, and I think he'll be able to pull this off. And next we have Evan Moss-Bachrach as the Thing. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. I do apologize if I'm mispronouncing it. You might would recognize him from The Bear or Andor. And again, haven't seen The Bear. It's definitely on my watch list, but I definitely have seen Andor, and I really enjoyed his character on the show. And Andor was really the first place I saw him, and I think he gave a really good performance, and it was really a layered performance, even though he didn't necessarily have like a ton of screen time. But honestly, I think he will do a great job as the Thing. Of course, there's going to be plenty of motion capture and performance capture here, but I think his performance will definitely be able to shine through. Even from the clips I've seen from The Bear, he does a really good job. I mean, there's a reason why he was nominated for an Emmy. I could totally buy this version of Reed Richards and this version of Ben Grimm being best friends. Those two just look like they would be best friends. One more quick thing that I do want to mention about this is that the new logo that they had and the little kind of poster that they had, it really kind of felt like old classic, maybe like 60s Marvel. And I think maybe that adds a little bit of fuel to the fire of the reason why they haven't been around is because they were in the 60s and they got like transported to the negative zone or something like that. And of course, it's just a poster. It's just a design choice. So maybe that could be reading too much into it, but I think that's very interesting. But overall, I would say I'm very happy with this cast. It's not necessarily people I would have picked with like my first choice. They wouldn't really be like the first one or two names that would come to me when I'm thinking about these characters. But after getting this confirmation, after hearing those rumors for a little bit, I think this is going to be a very solid cast. Now, I think the next thing we're waiting for is Doctor Doom, and I am holding out hope that Cillian Murphy will be Doctor Doom. But now let's switch gears just a little bit and talk about the Deadpool 3 trailer. And first things first, it's not Deadpool 3, it's Deadpool and Wolverine, which is exciting because since he's in the title, that means we're getting plenty of Hugh Jackman's Wolverine in this. I'm not going to show the full trailer here, but I'm going to go over a couple of moments that I thought was really interesting or really cool. So first we open on a birthday party for Wade. We have a lot of his friends there, some of the people that were in Deadpool 2 as the X-Force. And right from the beginning of this trailer, it makes me think that him time traveling, messing with the timelines is going to be a pretty big part of this film. Even at the birthday party, there's a couple of things that kind of throws me off a little bit. One thing is that Vanessa says, "Happy birthday, buddy." And he mentions having a rough time of it recently. And so my thoughts are, what if him going back, messing with the timeline, keeping her alive, what if that changed the timeline so much to where like they're not dating anymore, they're not in a relationship and they're just friends, and that's part of what makes this timeline he's in kind of tough for him. I think one of the great things about Deadpool and Deadpool 2 is that there's an emotional core to each of those stories. And if this is kind of the emotional core for this story, I think that's very, very interesting. But we immediately get introduced to the TVA, and we're kind of seeing this from Deadpool's perspective. So I think even if you haven't seen the Loki series, which you should if you haven't, I think if you haven't seen it, I really do think you'll be fine because the way that this trailer is kind of presenting it, we are kind of in Deadpool's shoes and he's learning a little bit about the TVA as we are. But I don't think it's going to be redundant for anybody who has seen the Loki series. And I really like the kind of premise that they're setting up Deadpool as kind of this like Nexus being who needs to be the hero among heroes, as it's said in the trailer. And to me, that seems like a perfect way to transition from kind of the Fox X-Men universe to the MCU. Like, this just makes perfect sense. And this line that he has,
"Your little cinematic universe is about to change forever."
I think that actually could be a big deal. I mean, this could potentially be the way that the X-Men, the mutants, are introduced into the MCU. Like, Deadpool 3 could actually change a little bit of the history of the MCU. One of the things that really caught my eye in this trailer, and I'm pretty sure stood out to most people, is that the action that they had here just looks so cool. Like, this looks like it's going to be an action film that you need to see on the biggest screen possible. It just looks really sleek, really stylish. It looks like it has a ton of energy to it. And some of that kind of uniqueness is really what made the first two Deadpools really special. And it looks like they're definitely carrying that over here and maybe taking it up a notch. And I got to show this clip here. That is just so cool. Like, that is really nice filmmaking there. I love the cinematography on that. And if that's just a little taste of what we're getting in this film, then this is going to be really, really exciting. I think some of what we see might possibly be the void that we've seen in Loki. Don't know for sure because it doesn't necessarily match up like one for one with what we've seen in Loki, because this looks a little bit more deserty, I guess. And those a bit more like greenery in Loki, but it could easily just be a different place in the void. But this shot here definitely looks like Eliath. There's this shot here that some people are thinking is Cassandra Nova, which is the evil twin sister of Charles Xavier, and we have absolutely nothing to back that up with other than it's a bald head. And so that could be it, but it also very well could not be it. So I'll wait till maybe the second trailer till they start to give us a little bit more of the story. We have Pyro back from X2. That's really cool to see. And that kind of makes me think, what other characters are we going to be running into here? And was he a character that was pruned from a timeline? Was he pruned from the original like Fox Universe timeline? Was he a Pyro from another timeline? There's a lot of questions there. I will mention this. I definitely don't think it's a big deal that some people are making it out to be. There's some people that think that this person here is Doctor Doom, and I absolutely do not think so at all. That's not how they would reveal Doctor Doom in a trailer. And it's just a guy wearing a mask. And I'll say I love the restraint that they had in this trailer, not giving us much Wolverine at all. I think it'll be a lot of fun that they're saving a lot of that. Some for the next trailer, of course, but also for the film. And with Wolverine being in the title, he's going to be in a lot of it. Honestly, this is really a dream come true for Marvel fans with Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool and Hugh Jackman back one more time as Wolverine in the classic yellow suit. Like, this is just going to be a lot of fun, and I think this is going to be a great film. And I cannot end this video without mentioning Deadpool and Wolverine broke the record for the most views on a trailer in 24 hours. So I do think that shows that there's not comic book movie fatigue. There's not superhero movie fatigue. There's just mediocre movie fatigue. I think Sean Levy is a great director. Ryan Reynolds is going to make sure that Deadpool is done right. Hugh Jackman's back for one more time as Wolverine. And I just think everything's coming together to make this a really special movie. And all of this is why it is my most anticipated movie of the year. I can't wait. I really like this trailer. This might not have been like the best trailer ever, but this was a really solid trailer. And I think it showed us what we needed to see. And it did its job. I was already super excited for this, but this trailer made me even more excited. The job of a trailer is to make you more excited than you were before, and this did its job. But that's it. That's my thoughts on the official Fantastic Four cast and on the Deadpool and Wolverine trailer. Let me know what you thought in the comment section down below, both of the cast and of the trailer. Did you love the trailer? Did you not like it? Are you looking forward to Deadpool and Wolverine? Let me know. Also, what do you think of the cast? Do you think they were the right picks? Do you think they'll do a good job? Once again, let me know in the comment section down below. I would love to have a conversation with you about it. Don't forget to like this video, hit subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a video. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. You can follow me on social media at CinemaSeth pretty much anywhere, and I'll see you next time.